Picture yourself scrolling through Instagram when Justin Bieber suddenly shows up on your feed with another shirtless photo. The caption under it is unusual enough to spark curiosity. But what really gets people talking is Hailey's reaction. Instead of dropping a compliment or a heart emoji like most wives would, she leaves nothing but a single eye roll emoji. That tiny response has snowballed into endless theories online, with fans dissecting what it could mean about their marriage. Justin's post is already being labeled as one of his boldest. He's showing off his tattoos, flexing his chest, and pairing it with a caption that reads, "Thirst trap, fajos." The words don't exactly make sense, which is why so many people are puzzled. Some think he's hinting at something inappropriate. Others believe it's just random slang meant to sound cool, and a few argue it doesn't mean anything at all. With Justin, it's hard to know for sure. But the real headline isn't the shirtless picture. It's Hailey's reply. Normally, when a husband posts a selfie like that, his wife might toss in fire emojis, hearts, or a playful comment to cheer him on. This time, Hailey did the opposite. One small eye roll emoji followed by silence. For many, that said more than any long comment could have. This isn't unusual for Justin. He's been stirring conversation through Instagram for years, but the tone of his posts lately feels different. Gone are the long captions about his music, his relationship, or his gratitude. Instead, his account is now filled with gym updates, sweaty selfies, and captions that seem intentionally vague. The change didn't happen overnight, but now it's impossible not to notice. Think back to the early days after he and Hailey reunited. His feedback then was covered with pictures of the two of them, posts about faith, and captions filled with appreciation for the stability she brought to his life. He'd write about how thankful he was to have her by his side, often attaching pictures of her dressed up or candid moments they shared. His Instagram gave the impression of someone who had finally matured and settled down. Fast forward to now, and the tone feels almost opposite. Instead of celebrating his marriage, his posts lean heavily toward self-promotion and attention-seeking. Fans have been quick to point out that Hailey hardly shows up on his page anymore. It used to be normal to see her featured several times a week, with Justin calling her his biggest blessing. Now, she's either completely absent or only visible in the background while Justin takes the spotlight. For some, that absence alone signals that something has shifted between them. What makes this latest post even more interesting is the timing. The couple has been navigating health struggles, work stress, and the constant criticism that comes with fame. Those close to them say Justin's gym obsession and thirst trap photos could be his way of coping. Others think the changes may be a sign of deeper issues that the couple hasn't spoken about publicly. Hailey's reaction stands out because it breaks her usual pattern. She has often been quick to leave supportive comments, whether it's simple emojis or loving words. This time, her sarcastic emoji said the opposite. And then she walked away from the comment section. That one move was enough to fuel thousands of theories. Was she annoyed, embarrassed, or tired of his antics? Nobody knows, but everyone is talking. People who study relationships online have weighed in, saying public displays of frustration usually mean private conversations haven't worked. Couples rarely criticize each other in front of millions unless there's unresolved tension behind closed doors. The fact that Hailey chose to comment at all instead of ignoring the post suggests she wanted her feelings to be noticed. Meanwhile, Justin's fitness journey has become one of the main themes of his posts. He spends long hours at the gym and often shows off his progress with shirtless photos. Confidence isn't the problem here. It's the lack of balance. Fans expect to see at least some mix of his personal life, especially his marriage, alongside his self-focused content. The absence of Hailey and his online presence makes people question if the relationship is taking a back seat. Some industry insiders believe Justin's approach is part of a bigger plan. For years, he's been labeled as the young heartthrob who grew up in front of the world. Now, he could be rebranding himself as an adult performer, appealing to a more mature crowd. The shirtless photos, cryptic captions, and bold lifestyle updates might all be part of shaping that image. The problem is that this new approach doesn't exactly match Hailey's style. She's known for keeping things low-key, only sharing small glimpses of her life. She avoids dramatic captions or posts designed to shock. That contrast, Justin chasing attention while Hailey prefers privacy, might be adding extra pressure to their marriage. When millions of fans and critics analyze every tiny move, even the smallest difference in personality is blown out of proportion. So here we are. One shirtless photo, one confusing caption, and one eye-roll emoji. It might seem minor, but for people who have been following their story closely, it feels like a clue to something bigger. Maybe it's simply about social media habits. Or maybe it reflects issues we can't see from the outside. Either way, the public is hooked. Every picture, every caption, and every emoji will be studied as fans try to figure out what's really going on in the Bieber household. The gap between Justin and Hailey's online behavior is becoming more obvious with time. Justin tends to post bold photos paired with captions that leave people guessing, while Hailey sticks to carefully crafted posts that often revolve around fashion, beauty, and business, all polished and brand safe, which contrasts sharply with Justin's unpredictable, sometimes controversial style. That difference has fueled ongoing debates among fans. Some defend Justin, saying he should be free to share whatever he likes. Others side with Hailey, arguing that it must be exhausting to deal with the backlash his posts invite, especially when strangers cross personal boundaries in the comments. The fallout from Justin's latest shirtless upload has turned his comment section into something resembling a battlefield. It's not just about compliments or criticism anymore. People are dissecting the photo like it's evidence in a trial, trying to figure out what it says about his marriage. Many also noticed that the post went live while Hailey was away for work, leading to speculation that Justin feels more uninhibited when she's not around to instantly react. This situation reflects a bigger issue with relationships in the age of social media. When one partner has millions of eyes on them, every post becomes more than just self-expression. It can feel like a statement about their relationship. Couples like Justin and Hailey have to walk a fine line between showing individuality and presenting a united front. And that balancing act is tricky when the entire world is watching. Experts often note that if one partner's online choices repeatedly make the other uncomfortable, it's a signal that boundaries need to be discussed. Honest conversations about what feels supportive and what feels disrespectful are essential. But the fact that this tension seems to spill out onto the internet instead of staying private suggests those talks might not be going as smoothly as they should. It's a reminder that celebrity couples don't only face ordinary relationship challenges. They also have the added weight of constant public scrutiny, where even an emoji can set off a frenzy of speculation. Justin's connection with social media has always been complicated. For years, he's used it to communicate with fans, share personal thoughts, and at times vent his frustrations. That openness makes him unpredictable. Sometimes fans get heartfelt posts. Other times they get cryptic one-liners or shirtless photos that stir controversy. While that might have only affected him in the past, being married changes things. Every post now reflects not just on Justin, but also on Hailey, who ends up caught in the ripple effect of public reaction. Hailey, on the other hand, treats her online presence more like a business card. Her feed highlights her career projects, brand endorsements, and the polished image she carefully maintains. She avoids posting anything that could spiral out of control or invite negative headlines. This cautious, strategic approach is almost the opposite of Justin's impulsive style. For fans, watching this difference play out feels like watching two worlds collide. One built on control, the other on spontaneity. Looking at the bigger picture, their clash over social media mirrors challenges many couples face today, just magnified by fame. Some people thrive on constant feedback, attention, and bold sharing, while others prefer privacy or more understated posts. When those preferences don't align, it takes communication and compromise to prevent resentment from building up. Without that balance, frustration can easily spill into the public space, just like Hailey's eye roll emoji did. History shows that this isn't unique to Justin and Hailey. Plenty of couples in the entertainment industry have dealt with similar conflicts. For some, differences in how they approached fame and publicity were enough to break them apart. For others, it became a chance to learn how to respect each other's boundaries and find middle ground. Those who survive usually do so by laying down clear rules and adapting when necessary, even if it means changing how they interact online. The question now is whether Justin and Hailey can reach that kind of understanding. Will Justin tone down the shirtless posts and vague captions to reduce the tension, or will he double down, prioritizing his sense of freedom over Hailey's comfort? And what about Hailey? Will she continue dropping subtle emojis and staying quiet, or will she start addressing the issue more openly? The way they handle these next steps will say a lot about the health of their relationship. One thing is certain: fans aren't looking away. Every like, comment, or silent absence will be scrutinized and discussed. For the public, it might look like just another celebrity couple dealing with drama. But beneath the surface, it highlights how even the most glamorous partnerships still require constant effort, communication, and compromise. As the story continues, curiosity will only grow. Supporters will be eager to see if Justin and Hailey can work through their different approaches, or if those differences become too big to ignore. Either way, the world will be watching closely, waiting for the next post, the next caption, and the next tiny hint of what's really going on behind the curated feeds.